Good morning, students. Today we will try to understand the first chapter from the first unit, that is nature and purpose of business. So here we will study about the nature of business and as well as the purpose of the business. So today we will cover three topics, that is human activities, concept and characteristics of business, and objectives of business. So before we start the lesson, let us understand some important terms, that is business. Business refers to all activities which are concerned with the sale or exchange of goods and service with the object of earning profit. That means the activities which we do in the business is selling or exchanging of goods and service, and through these activities we earn profit. Trade implies buying and selling of goods with the aim of earning profit. Now in trade, what we do, we buy and sell goods. That means we buy from the producers and sell goods to the consumer. Producers are those who produce the goods and consumers are those who buys the goods and consumes it. So what is trade? Getting things from the producers and supplying it to the consumers, and in between earning profit. That is trade. Next is industry. Industry is defined as growing, extracting, processing, fabricating and constructing useful products. That means industries are such where things are extracted and processed, then fabricated, and then they construct the useful products for the consumer. So I'll give an example of furniture industries. What they do, they cut the trees, take out the wooden planks from it, then they process it, then they color it, they design it, they cut the wooden planks into pieces, they design it, they color it, and they produce the sofa, and which is sold into the market. Next, commerce. Commerce includes all those activities which facilitates sales, transfer or exchange of goods and service. Now commerce are the assistants to the business, trade and industry, where it helps to sell, transfer or exchange goods and services. Now what goods? I think most of you know what is goods. Goods are those things which are sold in the market and it is used by the consumer. Now services like teaching, treating the patient, then network, providing the network services, that is we are using mobile every day, through internet. These are services. So these goods and services, exchange of goods and services or sale of goods and services needs certain facilities. Those facilities, to provide those facilities, certain activities are performed which are known as commerce. Next is profession. Professions means an occupation which helps the rendering of personal service or specialized nature in lieu of fees. Now these are services which are provided to the persons and in return certain fees are collected. We can take the example of hospitals, coaching centers, schools. So in this type of institutions, you are provided services. Like if you go to the school, you are provided with education, and in return minimum fees is collected. And then in case of hospitals, if you are sick, you will go to the hospital, doctor will treat you, the treatment that he provides is a service, and in return he will take a minimum fees. So this is professions. Now legal advice, for if any legal problem arises, we run to the lawyers, and then lawyers he gives us suggestions and solutions, and this is a service, and against which he charges certain minimum fees. Next is warehousing. What is warehousing? Warehousing means providing the facility, storage of goods safely for a longer period of time without wastage of product. That means it's a big godown. Godown, I think you know, where we store goods for the future. Or it is a big storage where we keep things safely for a longer period of time. And if you see, and there is no wastage. There should not be any wastage. So we, in such a way, we keep the goods in goods that there should not be any wastage. Advertisement. Most of you know what is advertisement, because we come across in the TV channels, in the newspapers, in the hoardings, in the pamphlets. Every day we come across this. Now, advertisement means providing information, means to provide informations to people about the product in the market. Now, through advertisements, what we do, we provide information about the products. Until and unless we do not provide the informations about the products that a company or a manufacturing company or trading company is selling or producing, people will do not know about the products and its uses. So, to provide the information about the products in the market is known as advertisement. Next, innovation. What is innovation? Renewal of business by introducing new designs, techniques, tools, and new varieties of product. Now, in these innovations, what we do, every business manufacturing units, they find out the new designs, new techniques, tools, and new varieties of products. Let me take an example of an automobile industry. If you see the automobile industry, every year they find out a new designs, a new model of the car with an advanced technology. So this is what it is known as innovations. And innovations is required because we consumers, we need new things which creates interest in our mind, which creates curiosity as well as interest to buy the things. We get bored with the same things if innovations is not there. Next is insurance. To protect the risk, we do insurance. I'll take an example of other than business, that is LIC. Every one of us, we do the LIC. What is LIC? It's an insurance policy of a person's life. What is that? If the person dies, which is uncertain, we do not know when certain adverse things may happen in our family. So what happens? We do the insurance policy, and if any adverse things happens, then the insurance company gives us the money, gives the remaining family members a money who is nominated. He will get the money, and with that he can continue his livelihood for time being. If the insured meets with sudden death. So this is about ourselves. What is about business? In business, whatever the goods are there, they insure it, and this is known as a general insurance. And with this insurance, they protect their goods and the assets that they have in their organization. Now, if any untoward happenings happens in the organization, the insurance company will substitute the loss of the business. There is a risk of loss by fire, theft, accident, and natural calamities. So you understood that Next, let us go to the transport. Transport refers to the convenience of goods and passengers from one place to another. Now, this transportation is very much important. It assists. It comes under the commerce and it assists business. How it assists? It helps to send the goods and passengers from one place to another place. One place to another place. This is known as transportation. Next is finance. This is also an assistance to business. It's a commerce. So, finance is also an assistance to the business, because every business that takes the money either from the bank or from the publics and they put into their business. So, whenever a business finds difficult to provide sufficient fund or money into the business, they go for taking loan from the banks or from the public. This is known as finance. What is business risk? Business risk means the possibility of suffering a loss in the business. Whenever we do business, there is a risk. We may come across the loss in the business. So that is known as business risk. Next, optimum use of resources. Whatever resources we have, we must use it to a maximum point. This is known as optimum use of resources. Next is internal trade. Internal trade means buying and selling of goods and service within the geographical boundaries of the country. That means if we are doing trade within the India, that is known as internal trade. Whereas external trade means that doing the activities of exchange of goods and service, selling or exchange of goods and service with the persons outside the India's boundary. That means if we are doing business with someone who is staying in the foreign countries, that is known as external trade. Thank you, students.